Bonds between owners and their cats are strong, especially when you trust a 600-pound cat to play safe. Carl wrestles with his 8 cats like he is one of a pride. Janine and her team cuddle tigers without a care in the world. And Bonnie loves her animals so much, she would not be happy if someone tried to take them away.
I would shoot them. Point blank.
But as soon as feeding time comes, the cats change.
You can see he's showing possessiveness. And I can't go up and grab that food away from him now, or even a piece of it, you can see.
Having pet cats may sound run-of-the-mill, but Janice Haley has taken her love of felines to the extreme, keeping 2 huge tigers in her back garden.
They rub me in the face, they'll let me kiss them on the nose, we can cuddle with them, we can lay with them, we hand feed them, we bring them everything that they need.
Saber, a 600-pound male white Bengal, and Janda, a 400-pound Bengal female, have lived with her since they were cubs.
Most people, normal people, would think this is a crazy thing to do. We love the bond that we have. You're within inches of their face when you're feeding them. Your hand is in their mouth. You have 3-inch canines right around the side of your hand, and yet still have all my fingers and toes.
57-year-old Janice and her husband David work around the clock to care for 6-year-old Saber and 12-year-old Janda. But only happened upon their extraordinary life when she decided to quit her boring day job.
This adventure began back in 1995 when I was working behind a desk doing tedious work, and I really wanted to get back outside, and my husband came up with this idea of working with these wild exotic animals.
Despite tigers having a fearsome reputation, Janice has never been short of people wanting to help out.
Oh, here we go. Pretty much everyone that comes here to interact with them, my volunteers, are all basically part of their family.
Like most young males, Saber can get a little boisterous, but that's not enough to keep Carrie Yates from helping out.
I don't get scared when the tigers are dragging me around the cage. They're doing it in play, and it's a relationship that we have, especially Saber. I've been there with him since he was 2 weeks old and have gone through all the raising and the training and just kind of growing up with him. You're not biting my nose. The playtime it's good for them, and they don't make it scary. He's not aggressive when he's dragging me around. He's doing it out of our relationship, and it continues the bond, I guess.
Janice understands people may disagree with her decision to raise the cats in captivity, but says Saber and Janda have a good quality of life.
People who consider it cruel to keep them in captivity have a point to a point. It is not the ideal place for a tiger to be, in a cage. But at this point in the wild, there isn't a lot of hope for them out there anymore. And if there aren't some of them still left in cages, there aren't going to be any left at all in a couple of years from now. We hand feed them 3 times a day, every single day, and they are provided for and loved here. In my opinion, I wouldn't mind being a tiger in my backyard.
After spending more than 12 hours caring for Janda and Saber, Janice can finally try to get some rest herself before it all starts again tomorrow.
These 2 tigers are what we live for, what we do everything for. Everything that we do has them in mind first. We love them. We treat them like they're my kids. They basically are my big 4-legged furry kids.
Nighty night, guys. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Love you.
Big cat enthusiast Carl wakes up every morning to wrestle with the 8 big cats in his backyard.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Despite their killer instinct, Carl goes out of his way to play with these huge beasts.
These are all wild animals. They're not domesticated ones, so they have that wild side, wild instinct, wild nature. When they're young and they're adolescents, they play really rough with each other in the wild. That's how they learn the skills necessary to become efficient hunters, and we don't deny them that here. I play with them, I wrestle with them, I let them get some of that aggressive play out.
But his hands-on approach comes with its own dangers.
They accelerate from 0 to 40 miles per hour in about 3 strides. They come fast. Instinctually, they just know to go for the vitals. I never give them a free shot at my neck or anything like that. I'll get my arm up there and protect that. We have to really keep our senses and protect ourselves. I had a leopard kind of bite me in the nose a few years ago. I had my nose sewed back together. Injuries just are part of the job.
9 years ago, Carl set up Single Vision, an educational non-profit organisation at his home in Florida.
It gives people a chance to get a passion and appreciation for these animals. So I think it's essential we have them in captivity to create that passion in people.
His biggest animal is a 700-pound Siberian tiger, Samson, which towers above him at 9.5 feet tall.
Move. Nala, move.
Each week, Carl buys a massive 1,500 pounds of meat, and the cats can devour 200 pounds in a night.
Now here's where the relationship with me and the cats does change. You can see he's showing possessiveness, and I can't go up and grab that food away from him now, or even a piece of it. You can see, and he's vocalizing, he's telling me, and I'm not going to push that line.
Carl is no stranger to controversy surrounding breeding big cats in captivity.
People that would say it's cruel to keep large cats in captivity, most of the people that say that say they should all be in the wild. My question back to them is, where's the wild these days? I don't do this because it's safe. I guess I get that rush of adrenaline just from being around them and working with them, and can't imagine doing anything else. Good girl.
Let's put it this way, they are exotics, they are dangerous animals. I have tranquilizer guns so we can tranquilize them if we have to. Nobody's going to get hurt, not unless you just climb into the pen and be stupid.
62-year-old truck driver Bonnie Hart keeps 2 grizzly bears and a white tiger in her back garden.
Pebbles can get a little cantankerous at times, and she slapped me with her claws and has bit at me a couple of times, but nothing like attacked me.
With a combined weight of over 600 pounds, Pebbles and Bam Bam have lived with Bonnie since they were cubs. And if that wasn't enough, 6-year-old white Bengal tiger Anushka lives in the pen next door.
Me and Anushka are, I'm mama and she's baby. And I mean, I can hand feed her, I can pet her, I can do whatever I want with her.
Bonnie also lets her grandchildren interact with them.
I think it's really cool. I mean, it's definitely a different experience. Bears are my favorite animal, like overall. It was in my shoe. I don't go in the tiger pen because, it's a tiger.
These bears have been around a lot of people. They don't know tricks. They don't know to sit, lay down, stand up on a box, but you can get in there and you can love on them and you can pet them. And I've socialized them a lot.
Looking after these animals is an expensive business.
You're looking at probably $1,000, $1,500 or more a month just to feed these animals. I feed her probably between 14 and 20 pounds a day.
There you go. Get 1 each. There you go. What? Feed the bear. Come on, girl.
These bears, I've tried fish, I've tried salmon. They don't want it. They want their berries, their watermelons, their cantaloupes, the candy. They love cookies, marshmallows. They love anything that's sweet, and they will almost mug you for honey.
You're such a good boy.
They're bears.
Bonnie regularly has people over to see her animals.
My neighbors, they love it. They bring their families over.
But if someone tried to take them away, it would be a very different story.
I would shoot them. Point blank. Come on my property and try to take my animals. I don't care if it's tigers, bears, horses, or dogs. Somebody's gonna get shot. There isn't one out here that I don't care for. It has changed me. I mean, I've been doing this since I was a little girl. It makes you have responsibility. It makes you realize that life is precious and you should enjoy every moment of it.